Hi everyone, thanks again for giving me the opportunity to speak to you guys today. It was great to see so many faces and I'm really glad I could help you with your questions, to help your golf game, to help you get in condition for after the lockdown ends, and basically just to help your general lifestyle and well-being. It was good to be able to speak to you about that today. So I've put together a routine that you can do in the house during lockdown. In fact, you can do it any time of the year. And it's going to work in the key components of golf. We've got some golf-specific strength in there, we've got flexibility, we've got stability, and we've got balance. Okay, they're all worked into each exercise. Now, there's different ability levels per exercise. Okay, so there's ways to make it a wee bit harder, there's ways to make it a wee bit easier. Okay, so I'm going to give you those options as well, along with the coaching points, to make sure you're doing it safely and effectively. This exercise is called the glute bridge. As the name suggests, it works your glutes, it also works your core and your hamstrings. To set up, you lie on your back, bend your knees and keep your feet flat on the ground. Okay, you're going to have your hands by your side and your head back. From that position there, you're going to push your feet into the ground and lift your hips up and get a big squeeze at the top. That squeeze at the top is really important. This is when the glutes get their full contraction. So always make sure you take a wee pause at the top and you're getting your hips through and as high as you possibly can. You should be aiming for about between 15 and 20 reps there. If you want to make it a bit tougher and a bit more advanced, you can do a single leg glute bridge. So again, exactly the same setup as before. Head back, hands by your side. This time we're going to lift one leg and put it out in front of you. Now this leg stays steady. It shouldn't swing up and down. It should just stay in that position there. Okay? And this leg here is doing all the work. So again, what you do is you lift your hips off the ground, big push, and again get a big squeeze at the top, and then drop it. Try and keep it slow and controlled, and make sure you get that wee squeeze at the top. Okay, again, you're aiming between 15 and 20 reps per leg. This next exercise is called the bird dog. I've got no idea why it's called a bird dog, but that's the name of the exercise. Okay, so what it does here is it's working your lower back, it's working your core, it's also getting your glutes and hamstrings a wee bit as well. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to kneel down and put your hands in the floor into that position there. Now you're going to keep a nice neutral spine, don't arch the back, at the same time don't curve your back either. You want to keep your spine nice and neutral. Okay, and what you're going to do, you're going to take your left leg up and then your right arm up. Okay, so it's opposite legs and arms. So from that position there, we're going to lift and hold, and then bring it down, and then up, lift and hold. Okay, abs in tight, lift and hold. You're holding each one for about 2 seconds, and hold. And you're going to do 20 reps. Okay, to make that one tougher, you would bring your knees off the ground. Okay, so this is turning it into a bird dog plank. Okay, so you're lifting yourself up into this position here, and again, you're going to lift your left leg and your right arm and hold for 2 seconds. And then switch and hold for 2 seconds. This exercise is called the box squat. You can use a chair for this one. This one's great for your leg strength. It's great for your glutes again. It's great for your quadriceps, that's your thighs. It's good for your core, it's good for your posture. So what you do is you sit at the edge of your chair and you have your feet hip width apart with your toes pointed out, roughly about 10 to 2 in the clock face. Okay, so you're keeping a good posture, hands out in front of you for balance, and you're going to just stand and then sit back down again. Now make sure you don't propel yourself forward. Try and make sure there's not any of that sort of movement. What you want to do is you really want to keep your core in tight, keep your chest nice and high, shoulders back, and really use the legs to stand up. So that position there, hands out for balance, and stand, and sit back down again. Now if you want to make that a wee bit tougher, you can do it a single leg, which is quite challenging. Okay, so this is one for you if you want to make this a wee bit harder. So again, you're going to have one leg off the ground, and you're going to just stand up with one leg. Okay, and then sit it back down. Okay, again, good posture, standing with one leg again, and sit it back down. Like I said, that one is quite challenging. Okay, so if you're going to be doing these exercises, you're aiming for 20 reps of the one with both legs on the ground, and then if you're just doing single leg, try and do 10 each side. This exercise is called YT. It's absolutely brilliant for the stability and flexibility in your shoulders. It also helps your posture as well because it's working these muscles at the back here. So it's really good to keep a nice neutral spine and to help your posture when you're setting up for that golf swing. Okay, it's called a YT because of the shape that your arms go into. I'm going to show you it face on to start with. So what you're going to do is you're going to stand with your feet again hip width apart. You're going to bend your knees and stick your bum back. Now try and get into the angle you would normally get into as you address the ball, okay? And what you're going to do is point your thumbs out, okay, and you're going to go into a Y position. So you're going to keep your arms nice and straight and bring that up into a Y position, okay, then come back down and then point your thumbs out the way and move up into a T position and back down. Again, thumbs out at the angle, into a Y, nice big squeeze at the top and down, and then point your thumbs out again into a T position. Okay, I'll show you it side on so you can see my posture. You can also see the range of motion in the shoulders. Okay, so you're going to sit back into it like that. Get your thumbs pointing out into the Y position first, and as you come up, really work to get those arms as far back as you can. Okay, and down, and then turn your thumbs out and go up into that T position. Okay, it's really important you get that big squeeze at the back. Point out. Okay, there's only one variation of this. Obviously, in terms of ability, it's all to do with flexibility here. So don't worry if you can't get up as far as I was getting there, that's okay. You can work on it. Just keep your arms straight and just get your arms back as far as you can. This exercise is one of my all-time favourites. It's called a single leg Romanian deadlift. It's working on a lot of components here. It's working in balance, it's working in core stability and strength. It's working in your glutes and your hamstrings. It's actually a fantastic exercise, great for your posture as well. There's ways to make it harder, ways to make it easier as well. So the way to set up is to stand on one leg. Okay, so I'm going to stand on my left leg here. My left leg is going to stay soft at the knee. I'm going to keep a really good posture, as I've said throughout. Again, chest nice and high, shoulders back, a nice neutral spine. And I'm going to bring this right leg back. I'm going to bring myself down into this position here, and then stand it back up again. So kicking my right leg back, down into this position, and stand. Now it is quite a challenging one. There is a way to make it easier. To make it easier, all you do is you keep your left foot on the floor, as you did in the other one, and you're going to bring that leg back. Okay, so that the concentration is still on the front leg. So you're just going to stick your bum back, you're going to hinge from the hip, nice stretch, and bring it back in again. Okay, so you should feel it down the back of the leg that's in front, which is my left leg in this case. So you're folding from the hips, down, and back up again. Now to make it harder, you can do a rotation at the bottom. Okay, so this is a more advanced one. This is really tricky, okay, so only if you're feeling confident that you think you've got the ability for it, give it a shot. So again, standing on one leg, you're going to come down, put your hands together, come down into that position, and then you're going to rotate, bring it down, and stand back up again. Okay, lost my balance a wee bit there. So you're going to go down, rotate the other way this time, come to the centre, and stand. I'll show you one more time. Down, rotate, centre, and stand. Okay, obviously I need to practice that one a wee bit more. It is really tough, okay, so give it a shot. This next exercise is more of a flexibility based exercise. It's good for your thoracic spine. It's going to help you get more rotation. Thoracic spine is the upper half of the spine round about where your rib cage is. So it's going to help you turn in that golf swing. So you're going to kneel down and put your hands on the floor. Again, keeping a nice neutral spine. And you're going to bring one hand up to the side of your head. From this position here, you're going to try and turn your body as far around as you possibly can. And then bring it back down again. Okay, now try and make sure there's not too much of an upward movement and it's just your torso that's rotating. So you're really opening up the chest and twisting around as far as you can. You will feel that across the shoulders, you'll feel it in the chest, you'll feel it in your obliques, and it's really a case of just trying to get round as far as you possibly can. This next exercise is another fantastic flexibility exercise. Again, it's going to work the thoracic spine. It's going to help you get more turn in that golf swing. So you're going to use a broom handle. Obviously this is not a broom handle, this is my child's toy, which I'm going to demonstrate with. Okay, so it's quite a tough one this. You're going to put one leg in front of the other into that split position. So in this case, left leg forward for me, right leg back. You're going to hold this nice and wide, okay, up above your head and try and lock your arms out. And from that position there, you're going to reach over to your left, get a nice big stretch up your side, and then rotate. Now, it's important in this position, you try and keep your arms as high as possible. The arms are going to want to drop. It's important to keep that above the crown of your head. See that there? Up above the crown of the head. So again, big stretch over to the left to start with, and then rotate. And you're turning round as far as you can. Okay, and then you're going to switch to the other side. So right leg forward this time. This time I'm going to lean over to my right. Again, keeping the arms out straight above the crown of the head, and you're going to rotate. And back again. It's a fantastic stretch. We all know how important forearm strength is in golf, particularly for your grip. These are 3 variations of forearm strengthening exercises. Again, you're going to use a broom handle, or in this case a child's toy. Okay, so you're going to do rotations. I'm going to show you this when kneeling down. So to make it easier, all you need to do is hold it closer to the centre. To make it harder, you just slide your arm further away. Okay, I'm going to do somewhere in between. So you're going to hold the weight there, and you're going to turn your wrist, and then turn it back through again. Okay, nice and slow and controlled. Just keep rotating that wrist. Okay, I'm going to show this next one side on. So you're going to hold the bottom of the pole. Again, if you want to make it a wee bit easier, hold it more central. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to tilt my wrist forward and then bring it back again. Forward and back. Okay, nice and slow and controlled again. The third one is holding it from the other side. So this time I'm going to tuck the broom handle towards me and bring it back down. Okay, now if you feel you don't have a great deal of strength in your forearms, make sure you start this exercise by holding it a bit more centrally. If you feel you do want something a bit more challenging, hold it at the end of the broom handle. This exercise is called a wall angel. It's absolutely fantastic for flexibility around about the shoulders. It's fantastic for your posture as well. Now find a part of your room where there's nothing against the wall. No pictures, just make sure it's a nice empty wall. For me, this isn't ideal. I've got a door in the way, but I'm going to do my best to show you how to do this. So, the points of contact is what's important here. So what I want you to do is have your heels against the skirting board. Make sure your bum and your tailbone is against the wall. Your shoulder blades should be against your wall, and so should your head. You're going to put your arms up above your head, at which point your hands, the back of your hands, should be in contact with the wall, as should your elbows. And what you're going to do, keeping all those points of contact, you're going to slide your arms down the wall as far as you can, and then bring it back up to the top again. Okay, so sliding it down and back up. Now it's important, like I said, that every single point of contact is still there, just to remind you. So it's the back of your hands, your elbows, the back of your head, your shoulder blades, your bum, and your feet against the skirting board on the ground. Okay, you will find at some points as you come down further, you might find that everything wants to come away from the wall, but try and keep your abs in as tight as possible and try and just hold that position and then bring your arms back up to the top again.